Every October, Domestic Violence Awareness Month shines a critical spotlight on the pervasive issue of intimate partner violence, encouraging communities, organizations, and individuals to unite in raising awareness and supporting those affected. The observance serves not only to educate the public about the signs of abuse but also to empower survivors, dispel myths, and advocate for policies and services that offer protection and healing. Domestic violence affects millions of people each year, irrespective of age, gender, race, or socioeconomic background. It is not limited to physical harm but can include emotional, psychological, financial, and sexual abuse. DVM is crucial because it offers a platform for dialogue about this often hidden crime and highlights the importance of comprehensive, survivor-centered approaches to intervention and safety. However, one of the most dangerous misconceptions surrounding domestic violence is that the best way to help a survivor is by immediately extracting them from their abusive situation. While the intention behind this action is usually well-meaning, it can actually increase the risk to the survivor's safety, as well as the safety of others involved in the extraction. Understanding the complexities of leaving an abusive relationship, the instinct to rescue a survivor by removing them from their environment is understandable, but it oversimplifies the complex dynamics of abuse. Leaving an abusive relationship is often the most dangerous time for a survivor, with abusers frequently escalating their control, manipulation, and violence when they feel their power slipping away. Studies have shown that the risk of severe injury or even homicide increases dramatically when a survivor attempts to leave or has recently left their abuser. For many survivors, leaving is not as straightforward as it may seem. The reasons for staying can include financial dependence, fear of retaliation, threats to children or loved ones, lack of alternative housing, emotional manipulation, cultural or religious pressures, and even love for the abuser. Survivors may also feel isolated or ashamed, believing they will not be believed or supported by others. In these cases, simply extracting them without a proper safety plan can place them in immediate and greater danger. The risks of extraction when a survivor is suddenly removed from their abusive situation, especially without adequate planning, they may be left vulnerable to retribution from their abuser. Abusers often use violence as a form of control, and losing access to the person they wish to dominate can provoke intense rage, stalking, or other retaliatory behaviors. Without a clear strategy to safeguard the survivor and ensure their continued protection, the abuser may track them down, escalate the violence, or harm others in the process. Furthermore, extraction that does not take into account the survivor's own choices or readiness can create a situation where they feel disempowered or out of control. This may result in a return to the abuser either because of fear or the inability to find stability elsewhere. Many survivors return to their abusers multiple times before they are able to leave permanently, and each return can carry its own set of risks. The importance of safety planning and empowerment rather than focusing on extraction as the primary solution, domestic violence advocates stress the importance of safety planning in a personalized, step-by-step strategy designed to minimize risk and support the survivor's choices. A well-constructed safety plan considers the unique circumstances of the survivor, the behavior of the abuser, and the resources available to help them leave the relationship safely. It empowers survivors to regain control over their lives in a way that prioritizes their physical and emotional well-being. Key elements of a safety plan include identifying safe places to go if violence escalates, having a packed bag ready with essential items, like IDs, money, keys, important documents. Knowing who to call for help and having emergency contacts memorized, securing protective orders, if applicable, making arrangements for children and pets, knowing how to safely communicate without the abuser's knowledge. Advocates, shelters, and law enforcement play crucial roles in the execution of these plans, helping survivors transition out of abusive situations with support networks and legal protections in place. Survivors must be active participants in their own safety planning, ensuring their individual needs and concerns are addressed. Trauma-informed and survivor-centered support. An essential aspect of supporting survivors is adopting a trauma-informed, survivor-centered approach. This means recognizing the profound psychological and emotional impacts of abuse and empowering survivors to make decisions at their own pace. It's not just about providing shelter or immediate protection, it's about listening, validating, and respecting their autonomy. Attempting to rush or force survivors to leave before they are ready can backfire, increasing their risk of harm. Instead, advocates, friends, and family should focus on providing emotional support, offering resources, and allowing the survivor to take the lead in their journey to safety. Survivors are the experts in their own lives, and while they may need help, they must also have the agency to decide when and how to act. Raising awareness and saving lives. Domestic Violence Awareness Month plays an essential role in educating the public about these realities. It helps to dispel harmful myths, such as the idea that just leaving is the solution, and highlights the importance of comprehensive support systems for survivors. By raising awareness, we can create more informed, compassionate communities that are better equipped to help those affected by domestic violence. While we must never underestimate the courage it takes for a survivor to leave an abusive relationship, we must also recognize that the path to safety is often long and fraught with difficulty. Through awareness, education, and survivor-centered approaches, we can work to ensure that survivors are not only heard but also protected and empowered in their journeys toward healing. In conclusion, while the impulse to extract someone from an abusive situation comes from a place of care, it is critical to recognize that such actions can escalate risk. Providing supportive, informed, and well-planned alternatives is the most effective way to truly assist survivors of domestic violence, offering them the protection, dignity, and autonomy they need to rebuild their lives. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, share, and follow us for more.